Hi everybody, Charlene Bauer, Ladies Off-Road Networking. We are live at 5 on a Tuesday, and it is a wild Tuesday at that. Still on the move, but now back in Arizona, and excitedly, Frankie is getting a new look. I know. I'm not sharing the pictures with you. I'm not going to show you what it looks like. I'm not going to show you how naked it is. But I do want you to know that it is happening. And it is happening in a wild kind of a way. So that is the story at the moment. But things have been moving and moving fast. King of the Hammers! Boom! What an experience. What an experience. I have to say how Mama Bear proud I am of the ladies that completely stepped outside their box last week. Had a blast. Had so much fun. It was incredible. What a amazing group of ladies that joined together. New friendships got created, current friendships that were happening kept going, new experiences were made, comedy factors were happening, people were laughing, oh my goodness, yes, a lot of things were happening last week at King of the Hammers. But I want to talk about the Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday and Wednesday, or was it Wednesday and Thursday? No, it was Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday was the rain day where we were like, everybody was panicked about the flash flood that was going to come through, and it like barely sprinkled. Of course, right? That's how it goes. So don't worry, we survived the rain. And it definitely kept a lot of people away, which was also great. Like, okay, you don't want to come because of the rain? That's fine. More space for us to have fun. But anyways, the Tuesday and Wednesday was two of our VIP days of the week. Of course, every day we did cool things. Like, these girls, Dana actually said it. She's like, of the 4 years that she's been doing the VIP experience, this has been the best one. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm going to go with it because that's what she said. But I also think that every year is different and there's a lot of different things going on. And I also am going to say, you gotta play, right? So some people participated in the entire VIP experience this time, and some people were kind of on the in and out phase as well, which it doesn't matter to me. You do you. That's all part of this game. That's all part of this VIP scene, which the next one is at where? Jeep Beach and Easter Jeep Safari. Yes, we have two huge VIPs coming up. Jeep Beach, Easter Jeep Safari. I know. Anyways, focus, Charlene. Sorry, focus is a little off today. Maybe I need some sleep. I still need sleep. By the way, this motorhome is really crowded. When there's a lot of people in here, it is not that big until you have to clean it. Oh my gosh, it's huge. It was so big. I had to clean it the other night. Okay, so our VIP experience on just the Tuesday, Wednesday part. So we went into town. My whole deal was going into town, right? Like, okay, we'll go into town. We'll have fun. I had these preset plans with my partners, with my friends, to come and hang out. And of course, the first place we go is where? To BFG to change some bead locks and a 40-inch wheel and rim. And so we did that. By the way, I checked today because we didn't really want to talk about that we were changing racers' tires until we made sure that the racers finished. I did check today that our tire finished King of the Hammers. Boom! Nice work, ladies. No, I don't know if they had any flats or anything, but let's not talk about that. Yeah. So our tire finished King of the Hammers. Boosh. I wish they had like a Knuckles thing on the deal, right? Like, yeah, I guess just throw some hearts. Cool. And so there was that. But the girls had a blast, like wrangling this tire and the bead blocks. I have all kinds of pictures to share. You guys have gotten like one picture yesterday, and then you saw I posted some of my personal pictures. Oh, there goes Piston. I posted some of my personal pictures last night. You can see it on my personal page, and I posted it over to Ladies Off-Road Network. But anyways, you'll get more. Don't worry. I've been playing with Frankie. I know. Ping, ping, ping. Okay, so back to that. So we played with tires. Then after we were done playing with tires and changing tires and beadlocks and such, then we went down to Rugged Radios, where Steve, Val were all hanging out, and then of course my friend Reed, who used to work for Kawasaki back in the day when the Terex first came out. Like, you guys don't realize that the side-by-side industry really started in 2006, 7, 8, and I was right there. Like, I was in the magazine. We started the magazine right then. Like, that was the first magazine of side-by-sides, and building that entire scene around it. What's up, Piston Cat? You want to come say hello? You just keep running by? You don't want to say hi? No, doesn't want to say hi. And so that Reed was there, but while we were there, who drove up but Robbie Gordon? And Robbie Gordon just couldn't handle that a bunch of girls are over there. So after he got everything settled and my friend Todd Romano came by, he came over and said hello to the ladies and talked about his racing, and he made some awesome jokes about the helicopter, and the helicopter is on call ready to come and get him. It was pretty rad. So that was there, and then we went to Jeep Jamboree, Camp Rubicon, Jeepers Jamboree, that was right next door, and we talked to Bob and made plans for this coming year, which, you guys, if you are wanting to go on the Rubicon, this is the way to do it, and you need to make sure that you're getting with me so that we can make that plan. We have the Rubicon, Jeep Jamboree, the Rubicon, Jeep Jamboree, Camp Rubicon. It's all the same weekend. It's just a lot of different words all together on the first weekend in August, and then right after that, we have Sierra Trek. Okay. So those are our two back-to-back weekends in the Sierras, where if you have a higher level vehicle, you can come with us on Jeepers Jamboree, on Jeep Jamboree, Camp Rubicon, or if you're brand new and a more of a stock vehicle, then you're joining us in Sierra Trek the very next week. Like, there's a lot of options and a lot of opportunity for you to be successful in our adventure scene right through that era. If you are planning on going on the Rubicon and you want to have a little bit of up before we go, great. Heck yeah. Join one of our skills camps that's coming up here in March in Arizona, or in June in Tennessee or Pennsylvania, and that will get you where you need to go in order to be ready for the Rubicon. Most likely. There's a little gray area on that one, right? There's not a requirement for year of vehicle for the Camp Rubicon. It doesn't matter what year it is. More matters if you have lockers in your tire size. Like, we got big rocks we're going over. The beauty is, though, is you have somebody there that's going to help you walk through it. They're going to spot you through it. And we're going to have amazing food, and we're going to be camping together, and we're going to be making a massive impact on Camp Rubicon and the kids that are there. You guys have heard me talk about this a lot over the last couple years, and we have some really rad plans that we're going to implement into this year, and I'm excited about that. We're implementing it into our classes as well, and we're going to be taking it out onto the Rubicon. So both things are super cool, and excited to do that. All right, so that's that. You're seeing where we all cross over. Friend-wise at the King of the Hammers. Everybody's together. So then that was pretty much our experience for Tuesday, and everybody peeled out and left. And then on Wednesday, we did the same style of hangout, but this time we started. Where did we start? What did we do first? Oh yeah, we went to the Fab School and welded. So we went to the Fab School. They hang out there and they help all the racers, anybody that needs help with any kind of fabrication or any kinds of mechanical help while people are out on the lake bed. And so they have themselves available. And so we went over, and Victor was rad and his guys were rad. And they took time and showed the girls how to TIG weld. So there was about 3 or 4 of them that threw a helmet on and TIG welded and had a souvenir in order to take home, which is always exciting. Love that part. And then we went from the Fab School and TIG welding down to Warren, where we were going to do some fun stuff. But Warren wasn't quite ready for us. So I'm like, all right, no problem. We'll be back in a minute. Because it's the lake bed. Things happen, my friends. Things happen, and sorry, but I'm going to say this, we are not the priority. The racers are the priority at 100%. Like, they got to go, they got to race, they got to be successful. So we went across the street, and they got the VIP experience. Like, VIP experience. And this is where you got to go in behind the scenes and actually get to see the VIP area, start meeting some of the cool kids that are part of the entire space that is called King of the Hammers. Went into the media tent that was right next door and got to see right close up and personal with the start finish line. Then while we were out there, Dave Cole walked over and said hello, and everybody got to meet Dave, which was great, who then was kind enough to take us through the BLM and race ops area, which then connects into the production trailer, where all of you guys that were at home watching, the TVs, this is the semi that all of those monitors sit in, and the 9 people are smashed into this little box room that creates that live show. And so they got to see that from the background. And then we came out of there, and I'm like, you know what? Hold on one second. I'll be right back. And so I went next door to that production trailer where our friends from Griffin Radiator were in their motorhome. And so took the ladies in to meet Tom Beebe from Griffin Radiators, who is part of the original beginning of King of the Hammers and the funding to it. And so he and I always have some great stories to let the ladies know about the backdrop and the background of King of the Hammers and how it started. Many of you know, but a few of you may not. So I'll mention I was there from the very beginning and helping with the very first ever vendor show that got put up on King of the Hammers. I actually organized and put together. So there's a lot of history there, and a lot of reason why I know the backdrop and the people that are there. So we hung out with all of them for a while and watched some qualifying that was going on. And then we turned around and went back to Warren because Warren was still expecting us. And Warren, oh man, I wish I had it right here, but we had, they taught us how to re-feed a rope together. So like, if your rope breaks, here's the tool and here's the way to put it back together. So that was rad. We looked like we were all knitting in the middle of the desert because it is a knitting needle. And Warren and Factor 55 were super kind and giving all of the ladies the tool to take home so that they could be successful and keep working at it. So we had a nice demonstration. We learned something, and the ladies got a tool to go. So that was rad with the biggest R. So we went from there, and then we went over to, pushing and milking. Oh my gosh. There's some very aggressive words in off-road. I'm not sure all of them need to be in the vocabulary list, but it was very, very fun and very funny, no doubt. Let's see. So then Caitlin, correct me if I'm wrong, but from there we went to Axial. And Axial, we were going to do an RC car scene really fast, but the RC's cars weren't ready, and it was taking a few minutes, and I realized that Power Hour was on. So I'm like, boom, drop everything, we'll be back. And so we went to go watch Power Hour, because this was the 4400 unlimited class Power Hour. And so that was priority over everything, watching all the Kings race. So we went back to the start finish line and to the Griffin Radiators motorhome, and was a little snooty and able to watch qualifying like inside, right at the start finish line, with the audio and the TV screen going right there. So one of my secret hangout spots that I appreciate. And then that was done, and then we went over to Axial, and the few people that were left in in the scene by the time we got there, because it was definitely late. Oh my gosh, I got told by Steve Hansen, who is our Racers for Christ, on Saturday when I saw him. He's like, Charlene, I saw you and the ladies at Axial, and man, you guys were having fun, and was slightly aggressive, I think. And I'm like, you think? Like, none of us are competitive at all. And of course, I set it up to where everybody like started almost at the same time, and then it was single file. So once it got to where everybody could pass, I'm like, okay, everybody stop and wait. And everybody got together, and then boosh, off it went. Yeah, so not competitive at all. That's the way we all roll, right? But wow, what an incredible 2 days. And I guess talking about it, it doesn't sound all that great. I don't know. Hopefully it sounds great, because it was amazing. It was great. The evenings were full of music festivals. I got to backstage passes to Sublime. So everybody got to go back to the backstage while the music was running on Thursday nights. We went to Backdoor one night. We went to Chocolate Thunder. We did a lot of cool things. We got to go out to the racetrack while people were actually racing, so that they could see it. What else did we do? Oh, during lunch, we all decided one day that we wanted to go eat lunch out, and so we went down to the Outpost and did lunch. And then I'm like, let's make a couple laps here. You haven't been to Lasertown, so we went out to Lasertown and hung out with Greg Mulkey from Raceline Wheels. And then everybody got to meet Cody Wagner, that owns Lasertown, and Ken Neal, who owns Bulletproof Diesel Performance, who provided the radiator for my truck that you all put in at the convention. So they got to meet all them. Oh, and Cameron Steele, and be right next to the race car and check out all the race car, like, just rad things, right, my friends? Just rad things. And then we came back from that, and I'm like, there's somebody that was trying to talk to me and meet me. Let's go over to the Optima space. And so we went into the Optima area where they were getting ready to party that night, which we didn't end up going back to, but we were invited. And so we hung out there, and then went down and hung out with the helicopter, which I still owe everybody a number of how many hours the helicopter can be up. But I heard it was 2 hours. 2 hours, and they have to come back. Or 1 hour, and they have to come back. Anyways, that was a passing comment by somebody else. So, as I always say, ladies, I don't always give you the detail, because some days we don't have the detail. Like, I can't tell you everything that's going to happen. The weather could have blown out one of our days, and it would have been not necessarily miserable, because of course I make it the coolest thing that it can be, but the weather just nailed it for us, and we were able to go. One night we went to the SBN SEMA reception, and then to the music festival, right? Yep, that happened one night. I'm just like, all these things coming back to what we did. We went and did Tread Lightly cleanups 2 days in a row, and was part of that, which that's just gorgeous also, being out on the trail and being able to see town from a distance. So many things. So many things. And, you know, I'm the one that says sometimes you just got to jump, 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 and be a part of something if it's something that you want to do, and then it all falls in line from there. And again, I just want to reiterate how proud I am of the ladies that did jump and came and had a great time and participated and just like went with the flow. And we all did a great job. And the ladies that flexed in and out, and everybody did a great job at King of the Hammers VIP Experience 2024. I am proud of you, and I'm very thankful for you. Thanks for being my friend and hanging out with me. We had so much fun. It was so cool. It was weird on Saturday when everybody left. Like, everybody left, and I was left because I had to wait for Jason to come in. And so I went and sat in the at the start-finish line in the motorhome and just watched the screen by myself. And then Dave popped in. Dave hung out with me for a few minutes, and it was just so quiet and so surreal. Like, it was very nice. It was a quiet moment at the end of an amazing week. Yeah. And then I ran back to the motorhome, loaded everything up before dark, and peeled out and drove all night. But that's a different story. All right. King of the Hammers 2025. You ready? Of course you are. Of course you are. I guarantee you the date's already out there. I don't know what it is, but put it on your calendar because I'm going. If you like to party, you should probably come too. All right. There we go. There we go. King of the Hammers 2025. Guaranteed will be on the list. It's just the way we roll. All right. So I think that wraps up King of the Hammers, other than the million pictures that I still need to share. And don't worry, you'll see them in 15 years is now my laughing response to pictures, but I'm going to get better at it. Remember, I'm just one person and I'm juggling. So what I'm juggling right now is this event did not fly because not enough of you people decided that you wanted to come and hang out and do this event. So that is fine. I'm not upset about it. But Frankie still needed to be done. So I am in the middle of juggling that at the moment. And I changed a few things around to where a couple of the events coming up, you will be participating in some of the stuff that we have to do for the Jeep to be all pretty. But it's definitely on the move. Let's just put it this way. Yesterday I took the entire wrap off. And last night I went to dinner on the way home and on the way back here. And I walked out of the restaurant and I didn't know where I had parked, because I don't know if you drive like a super visible vehicle. The thing is, you don't really have to remember where you park. Like, you walk out, you look in the general direction, and boom, there's this huge green thing, right? Or boom, here's this massive red truck, right? Like, it's pretty easy to find. Last night I walked out and I'm like, where's the Jeep? Good news, I had parked in the front row and it kind of made me laugh. So, yeah, it was very nondescript. My joke was I can cut people off tonight on the way home because nobody knows who I am. And he's like, why would you do that? And I'm like, I'm not going to, and I wouldn't do that. But it's just hysterical that there's nothing on it. So, tonight, that is not the case anymore. The doors are back on it, and it is starting to become Frankie yet again. It wasn't Frankie for like the 24 hours just because it got naked, but it's looking good again already. So that is happening. No pictures until it is all done. Do not ask for any. No like spy photos or anything. We're going to turn that into something pretty fun here in a few days. So that is that. Next up, I do want to go back just a little bit to the Adventure Seeker. I did well, oh no, I didn't send the email. I got sidetracked because we went back into the rat mode. I'm trying to, triple do things like I do all the time. So, Adventure Seeker, right now we do have the King of the Hammers opportunity available for you to do it. Even if you did not go to King of the Hammers, go do the home one. It'll take you an hour to do a little bit of homework, and you will create a lot of points in order to be in the drawing for December. So don't not do it. It's super, quote, quote, super easy, right? It'll take you a little bit of time, but it's worth it. So have some fun with this Adventure Seeker. Let's get you some points for the drawing at the end of the year in December for our week of giving. I've been already talking to people, our folks that are always give us giveaways and saying, hey, we're going to need to bulk up for December because we got this Adventure Seeker too. And they're like, no problem. Just let us know what you want. So it's going to be a rad thing. Go on to ladiesoffroadnetwork.com. You'll see where at the top still, I do have the Adventure Seeker for King of the Hammers up there. It says, and there's a red like at home or on the lake bed. Click on that, then you can open it up to where it says register, get it, something says like get the Adventure Seeker papers or something, and that's where you're going to go in. It just asks you for your email address and what state you're in, and it'll instantly email you the PDF links for you to print out. Then you can print out both of them if you were on the lake bed, great. And again, you don't have to do it all. I think a lot of people think like, oh, if I don't have all 25, I can't participate at all. No, if you have one, you should participate. That's the way the mindset needs to go with this Adventure Seeker game. And I don't have them all. And I was there for a week, and I kind of tried. I probably could have got them all. I don't know if anybody in our group got them all. I don't think anybody in our group did get them all. I think nobody found a pig. I don't know. I haven't seen them yet. Right, ladies? Like, you still gotta submit them. So I'm going to be after everybody this week to submit them. I want to make sure that you guys stay on point. You have until Monday, so you still have this weekend in order to do it, no doubt. And same with the at-home one. You have until Monday, so if you want to print it out and start doing some homework throughout the week, then you have plenty of time. But I do want to make sure everybody, especially in our core circle, takes advantage of this opportunity. It was the first one that I did. I really like it. And now we're going to go on to our next opportunities and VIP events. We have multiple events throughout the year where we're going to be doing the Adventure Seekers. And so I'm really, really excited. All right. So that is good. That is good. Adventure Seeker. Don't forget, this is also for you going on your own adventures. So if you guys went wheeling this weekend, you went somewhere, there's also that Adventure Seeker column as well. You just got to submit pictures and tell me a little bit about your plan and how much fun you had so that we can post about it. All right, so you guys will start seeing those posts coming up here as well now that we're, I don't know if life is ever under control, but we're at least a little bit more under control in this coming week because Charlene has good internet and is on asphalt for a little bit. Yeah, imagine that, right? So coming up next is our 8-year reunion. I know right now the feed is going to explode. What's the hotel? What's the hotel? You'll get you will be getting an email with all that information if you are registered. If you're not registered, you don't get the information. So you should probably register, right? So let's get this up and running, working, handing, talking. We've been talking about it since November. Let's make sure that you guys are getting registered. This is rad. We took 3 more steps forward with it while I was at King of the Hammers. I cannot wait in order to get everybody together. And by the way, I have some really cool stuff that I am bringing that will be for sale that only people that come will have the opportunity to do it. All right. So this is going to be a big one. And I don't know why I said do it. Only people there will be able to buy it. So it's kind of a first timers deal. And of course, we have the shirt that is just for the reunion as well, which I love and I'm very excited to show off. We got some big stuff. We got some big stuff I'm working on. All right, so this one coming up fast, faster, fastest. So get a plan going, which comes into our certification programs. We do have the Wilderness First Aid certification and the Tread Lightly certification. Because of the ham radio situation that happened a couple weeks ago, I have not pushed that one back up. We will try and figure that out for hopefully later in this year. But right now, Wilderness First Aid and Tread Lightly is going to be happening at the Fab School on Sunday and Monday. So please, if you have either one of those that you want to make sure that you get put together, let's get that registered as well. We need to get on top of these. We're within that 3-week period and everybody needs to make their plans. From there, speaking of plans, this is the big one and it's coming up and it's coming in fast also. So this is our spring skills camp. We have March in Arizona. We have Tennessee and Pennsylvania in June. So the trailer is already packed. It's already ready to go. I know, this is how crazy it is right now. Our event trailer is ready to rock. It's ready for you to come and have fun. I just need you to sign up and let's get ready to go. Now, we have a couple different options this year. I've expanded the opportunities, and please help me let other people know about this. One, it's a 4-wheel drive. The first 5 days are the 4-wheel drive group. And then we have another 4-day series right after that is for our van ladies, camper ladies, and all-wheel drive ladies. And that is for the vehicles that we're going to do a little bit of a different trail level, right? We're still going out on the trail. We still got to work our vehicles. But there's also an RV element attached to it. So shorter number of days, RV element attached, and a different trail element. Versus our 4-wheel drive, which will be for the 5 days just prior to it. This is an incredible opportunity. This is something, if you've come to our 1-day classes or our 5-hour classes, if you've popped around the country with me, this is your next level. This is getting you ready for the Rubicon. This is getting us ready for all of our adventure trips that we have throughout the year. So this is the big dog. This is our spring, and then in our fall, which is not available yet and will not be for a little while, is our fall tour, and that's where I drive around the country and come see you for the one day class. I will prep you that 1-day class is still sitting as the plan to go from 10 to 5. So I'm still going to be asking you to take the day off of work in the fall, 1 day, to come hang out in the shop with me and other rad ladies. And so we're going to do that in the fall. So that is still the plan. I'm really excited about it. We are just, the hardest part about that is putting the map together, putting the tour together. But we will be in Tennessee, as you guys know, for another VIP adventure opportunity with Dixie Run in Tennessee. And I just saw the date. It's the end of September, I believe. So a lot is going on there on that as well. And then, of course, we have our online classes. Our vocab class is going on right now. And so we are going to reach over and jump over to our Ask Charlene here in a minute, and we will have our online class for the section 3 tonight on our online vocabulary and get caught up on our words and everything that's going on in the vocabulary land. So that's all. That's it. That's all I got. Hashtag never bored. Right? On top of everything else going on. Yeah. It's all right. It'll be fine. Patience, my friends. Patience. So the word I have used for the last 2 days with this rap scene is, man, you have a lot of patience. Holy cow. So just like everything in life, 90% of it is like smashingly, right? Smashingly done. And then the 10% takes another 8 hours. And we're still picking the wrap off this morning. I'm like, oh my gosh. My nails are all like crusty and split apart from picking wrap off of the Jeep. And I just think that that's so much like life. And it was so interesting talking to these guys. They're like, yeah, it's 100% about the prep. Like, if we don't do a great job in the prep and do that, then when we go to put the new wrap on, it's not going to stick. And I'm like, isn't that life, right? Like, we have to have a ton of patience and a ton of opportunity in order to prep and get everything ready for exactly where we want to be and what we want to do, so that when we go to do it, we can be successful. And it just totally defines what Ladies Off-Road Network is for you. It's the providing of the education. It's the providing of these opportunities for you to be successful, and pushing yourself into that moment to where when it is time for you to go out and have a great time, you're like, boom, mic drop, I got this. And that's what makes me super excited about Ladies Off-Road Network and everything that we do. And I love going to places like Kingley Hammers, Easter Jeep, Jeep Beach, Sierra Trek, on the Rubicon for Camp Rubicon, back to Dixie Run, all of these places that we're going to go this year, because I end up popping into ladies like yourselves that have had the experience with me at some point and are like, Charlene, that helped so much, and I'm such a different wheeler, or they have buggies now, or they have 40s now, or they're doing crazy things now, or they got a different vehicle and they're just continuing to be the incredible off-roader adventure seeker that they are. And I just absolutely love it. So keep going, whatever your journey is. It's different from the bubble of the person that's right next to you on live tonight. It's different from the person that's camped next to you. It's different from the person that you're chatting with. Every single person is on a different part of their journey. I'm excited that you're a part of the Ladies Off-Road Network in order for that to be a part of it. And let me know how I can continue to help you. These are the ways, that I have set up for you to be successful. But at the end of the day, if there's something that you need that's different, reach out to me. It might take me a couple days. I'm not always the fastest at replying. I apologize. I am definitely juggling, and some certain days I drop the balls because it is gnarly around here. But with all that being said, I do get back and do circle back and do the best I can to make sure that you are the best that you can be and significant in this off-road space. So let me know how I can help you. Let me know what I can do for you. And with that, we're going to switch over to Ask Charlene, where now you can talk to me. It's always like this one-way conversation. Okay, sound good? Sounds good. So we're going to switch over to Ask Charlene, which the link to it is Google Meets, and it's right above. Every single person can switch over. It's just a matter of click and it goes. But you're going to have to give me a second because I swooped in here super fast. I need to get my laptop up so that I can accept you. It'll put you into a waiting room until I say, okay, everybody come in. And then we'll hang out for a little bit. And at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, I will do our short lesson on vocabulary for Section 3, which does get recorded. So if you are a part of the vocab class and you cannot make it to the live, you do get the recorded version afterwards. And then we will carry on with our evenings and Taco Tuesday, right? Is it not Taco Tuesday? Because of course it's always Taco Tuesday when we get to hang out together. I love it. Oh, by the way, on Thursday when it was supposed to be the torrential downpour, we planned on a weather day. So this is okay, we're going to hustle, and Thursday is going to be our down day. We're going to let our bodies relax a little bit. We're going to sit on the fluffy couch. We're going to hang out with all of our cozy blankets. Everybody had a blankie and the heater was running and cats were cuddling with people. And so we're just going to hang out and we're going to turn on the Starlink and watch the TV. Well, I wanted special thanks to Catherine, who brought chips and salsa. Hello, who knows me better than that, right? Yes, always bring chips and salsa to the party. Love it. Love it. So very cool. thank you to everybody again at King of the Hammers, everybody from King of the Hammers, everybody part of Ladies Off-Road Network that was part of our VIP, everybody that was in the mix in our bigger circle of Ladies Off-Road Network, and all the ladies out there, and then all of the guys who supported us and took the time to educate you on just like that next level and saying, heck yeah, bring those girls in here. Let's do some cool things. You see how open they are, and I love it. So on that note, let's shut down 2023 King of the Hammers. Other than the pictures, there's more coming. And carrying on with Frankie's new look. And the reunion is just getting in fast right now. It's going to be so rad. So rad. So keep up with me this week online. I will keep up with you. I owe some of you some things. And I'm going to catch up from everything that we have had going on these last few weeks. They've been a little out of control. But at the end of the day, hashtag we got this. We should have a hashtag like sliding in sideways, right? Yeah. All right. And I appreciate the Google Meets link in here, and it's also right above. So as soon as I stop this, you'll be able to click that one, and I think that one works as well. So we will see you in a few minutes over on Google Meets. I appreciate you all. We'll talk to you soon. Happy Tuesday!